Okay, so you've definitely heard of ChatGPT, but have you met Claude? It's an AI from a company called Anthropic, and it's quickly becoming a huge favorite for anyone who works with text. I'm talking writing, reading, even coding. So let's just dive right in, see what makes it so special, and get you started using it right now. Here's a good way to think about it. If ChatGPT is that amazing all-arounder, the jack of all trades, Claude is the specialist. It is purpose-built for anyone's work just revolves around text. So if you're constantly reading, summarizing, or drafting things, Claude has some really unique strengths that we're about to unpack. So what's the big deal? What actually makes Claude stand out? Well, first off, its responses sound so incredibly natural and human, it's pretty amazing. Second, and this is a big one, it has a massive memory, what people in the know call a context window. This just means it can remember way more of your conversation and any documents you upload. And that right there, that's why it's so good at reading and analyzing long reports or articles, something other AIs can really struggle with. And you know what the best part is? Getting started is ridiculously easy. There are no complicated hoops to jump through, and you can be up and running in literally seconds. First things first, just head over to Claude AI. You can sign up with a Google account or pretty much any email address. It's a super simple, straightforward process that gets you right into the action. And yeah, there is a paid pro version, but honestly, you don't need it to start. The free version is incredibly powerful and gives you more than enough capability to follow along with this and learn the ropes for yourself. Okay, so once you're in, you'll notice it has a very clean design. But hidden within this minimalist interface is a feature that I think is a real superpower for productivity. Welcome to the Claude dashboard. See? It's very focused, very minimalist. You have your chat history over on the left to keep things organized, and your main prompt box is right there at the bottom. The whole design is really just meant to keep you focused on the conversation. And here it is, that superpower I was talking about, a feature called artifacts. So when you ask Claude for something more complex, like some code or a really detailed email or a web page layout, it doesn't just dump it all into the chat. Instead, this dedicated window just pops up on the right. And this is what's so brilliant about it. The artifacts window lets you see, copy, and edit the final product cleanly, all on its own, while your conversation with Claude stays neat and tidy on the left. It's such a fantastic way to manage your workflow, a real game changer. All right, enough talk. Let's put Claude to work with a practical example that really shows off its amazing text analysis skills. We have all been there, right? You get sent some massive document, a report, a study, a legal brief, and you have absolutely zero time to read it. Well, this is the perfect scenario for Claude. See that little paperclip icon right next to the chat box? That's your gateway. Just click it to upload files like PDFs, text documents. You can even upload code. So once you've uploaded, say, your 20-page report, you can use this exact prompt. It's simple, it's direct, and it tells Claude not just what to do, summarize the takeaways, but also how to do it, explain it for a beginner. That part is key. And there you have it. In just a few seconds, Claude chews through that entire document and gives you a perfectly formatted, easy-to-read summary. It transforms this mountain of text into the handful of key points you actually need to know. But a conversation doesn't have to stop there. Getting that summary is really just the first step. The real power comes when you start to iterate and refine the output. Like we said before, Claude's natural, human-like writing is one of its core strengths. This makes it perfect for taking that summary and turning it into something else, like a draft for an email or maybe the starting point for an essay. So let's say that summary was just a little too formal for what you need. You can just tell it. A simple follow-up prompt just like this one is all you need to completely change the tone of the response. And this is the magic part. Because Claude remembers the entire context of your chat, including the file you uploaded, it doesn't need to reread the whole document. It just takes its previous summary and instantly rewrites it with that new, friendly tone you asked for. It's seamless. And so, Claude becomes this incredibly versatile tool. It's your reading assistant, your writing partner, a study buddy, and even a coding helper, all in one clean interface. And that's really how you can get started with Claude. But, of course, the best way to learn is just to try it for yourself. So I'll leave you with a final question. What long article or dense report that's been sitting on your desktop will you conquer first?